So, Amina, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do in the Web3 space, like how you ended up in Dubai, everything.
Sure.
I feel like the music's getting louder.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This is actually going to be the best episode ever because we actually have some like sexy, chill Dubai vibes in the background. This is going to be good.
Okay.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me add to that energy and tell you a bit more about myself.
All right. Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I'm Amina. I'm the founder and creative director of Kraski, which is a digital fashion house.
Nice.
And we were actually exhibiting in New York, which is where I met these two great gentlemen.
Yes.
And so I'm an entrepreneur, an artist, designer. I've been in this space for over 2 years now.
Love it.
And
I love it.
that's
Space for 2 years. That's a long time.
It's a while. I was mostly listening on Twitter Spaces, more active in terms of just consuming content, and then launched the project about a year ago.
What got you to it in the first place? Like, what drove you to it?
So it was around COVID time. So right around the bull market where I heard people selling out with these PFP projects, and I was an artist too. And I thought it would be interesting to see how could I get into the digital space and use my fashion experience from Milan, which is where I was living at the time, to make something virtual and sustainable, and maybe clothing for these amazing avatars that were already selling out. So that's kind of how the idea started rolling, and here we are. Yeah.
I love it. So I know you're kind of toggling between Milan, Dubai, and now the US. I mean, I'd love to get your sense of like the different Web3 scenes, where what are the main differences? Where do you think the biggest opportunity is? The action. Yeah, where's the action?
Oh, that's the $1 million question. Where do I need to be?
Yes.
You're right, John. I mean, every city has its own scene, its own, people. I would say in Dubai, everybody's extremely enthusiastic. We're focused on actually getting a project out there that makes a difference. It's easier in the sense that it's easier to get funding. People are more open to innovation. They're more open-minded. In Europe, I would say that's a little bit different. People like to focus on their craft. They like to focus on what they know, especially in the fashion industry.
Yep.
So that doesn't go to show that there is still a lot of innovation and creativity. And in New York is where all the hype is, I would say. A lot of people, have new cool projects that you maybe wouldn't see in any other parts of the world. But every city has its own pros and cons.
Yeah, well, the one thing you're going to get in New York is lots of homeless people, lots of dirt, and lots of crime. I mean, you're planning on moving there, which is crazy because it's literally the exact opposite of Dubai, which has none of those elements. So I guess, are you excited about that? Are your parents excited about it?
I mean, the city is not for everyone, that's for sure. It's a lot of opportunity, but it has its own drawbacks. I think that, at the early stages of the project to get on a world kind of scene, it's definitely important to spend a year or two there, which is what my goal is.
Okay, nice. So get in and get out.
Yeah,
develop the contact, develop the relationship, get back.
Yeah, exactly.